The Garden Report is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.
Hey, Barry Manning here. Welcome to a Garden Report, Madison Square Garden edition.
Yes, New York, New York.
Last word from MSG here with Josue Pavon. An uneventful night for the starters, of course, sitting out Drew Holiday, Derek White, the Jays, Porzingis, Horford, all getting the night off here. But it did give us a look at the backups, as well as the bubble of this roster. And the Celtics do have 18, 19 guys in camp here. You're going to have to parse that down after a certain point. Unfortunately, Jay Scrubb's injury is going to be part of that here at the very back end of the roster. But there's an interesting dynamic on the back end of the standard roster. You got Wenyen Gabriel trying out his first minutes here tonight. Luke Kornet's trying to hold down that backup center spot. You saw a bunch of different forwards find a backup Brown Tatum tonight, whether it was Lamar Stevens, who's on a training camp deal, O'Shea Brissett, who was good last night, didn't shoot as well tonight. You saw Jordan Walsh for the first time here in this one, as well as Sam Hauser, who held that spot down last year, and Svi Mykhailiuk, who came in and shot well in this game. So we talked about all those guys in the post-game show. You can go check those breakdowns out. But who's under the most pressure now to make this roster? Who's really going to have to show something over these last 3 games to break through and stay with this group?
I think it's at that center position, Bobby. I really do. I mean, a couple of those guys you just mentioned are certainly in the mix. I mean, they all have a chance to compete for that spot. But I think when it comes down to it, I think all those guys, I mean, one of them is not going to be around, or at least a couple of them, maybe,
Don't
right?
say it.
And Luke Kornet is in that group.
Wow.
Yes, I will put Luke Kornet in that group as well. I mean, look, if this Celtics team, again, all we've been hearing since training camp, media day, has been about toughness and grit and, finding that defensive identity. And I just haven't seen that from Luke Kornet yet. I know it's still early. I know there's still plenty of basketball left between now and opening night. However, he's got to change something here, right? He's got to show that he's got to separate himself from the other guys, because if not, I do think he is on the bubble. When you think about if these guys are the bruisers that the Celtics are looking for, someone that can come in, get you second chance opportunities, defend, protect the rim, bang down low. I mean, these are things that we haven't seen from Luke. A whole lot from Luke last season, and we haven't seen it at all up until this point.
It's an interesting answer because he is on the non-guaranteed deal, and I'll admit it, hasn't played his best through 2 games.
Right.
But even tonight, Joe complimenting his situational awareness, being in the right spots, playing in the system the right way, and things he's looking for. You mentioned the physicality and toughness and all that, but also knowing what to do, where to be, how to do it in this system. And he knows that at that center spot as well as anyone. And he doesn't have a ton of competition. You didn't see Gabriel till tonight late. Keita played solid, physicality, good there on the boards, but fouled a lot. Probably a guy who's going to start in the G League on a 2-way deal. So do you go out and grab someone new off the street?
I'd say most likely not.
Do you make a trade? Again, there's a system that they like having guys getting reps in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in a little bit of a bold way here too. Not that this guy's going to get cut or shipped off because they love him, but Sam Hauser, 3 of 16 start camp here. I know it's just a shooting slump.
Right.
I know it's just preseason, but that underscores how many forwards are competing with him. More physical guys, more defensively capable ones like Lamar Stevens, who I think would look great with the regulars on this team, like O'Shea Brissett, who brought so much energy and physicality in that first game. But I'm really looking at Banton, who most people think about as a point guard, but has some wing size.
Yeah.
If he can shoot with ball handling, with that aggressive style we saw him play tonight, that's a lot of skills that he has over Hauser right now. And even Mykhailiuk, same skill set, but if he's hitting more shots, that's the kind of guy that can push Hauser a little bit.
The CLNS Media Network is powered by FanDuel. Sign up at FanDuel.com/Boston and get in on the action with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. When you place a $5 bet, that's $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose.
Yeah, I mean, those are two of the guys that certainly check a lot of those boxes of what the Celtics are looking for, or at least of what they've been talking about. And yeah, I mean, I think that when you look at Hauser and where he's at in his defense, I mean, he had a good game in rebounding, but that 3-point shot, I mean, that's something that what Joe Mazzulla reminded us, right? Best 6 players in this team can all shoot at a high rate. I mean, there's a lot of that. And I know that's a big part of this Celtics identity, but they're trying to switch things up a bit. They're trying to be a full team in the sense of addressing the defensive side of things. And that's always been the talk all off season, going into media day, going into training camp. So I don't think that changes. And it would surprise me, but Yeah, I mean, Hauser, when you have other guys that can do what he's done for you, and like he said, nothing's promised, he's got to fight and make sure that he can secure that spot. But also, Celtics have to figure this thing out with the 5 position. You know, are you going to stay big with someone like Luke Cornett? Do you want to go small? Do you want to turn one of these 4s into a 5? These are questions that Joe Mazzulla is going to have to answer within the next couple of weeks.
All worthy candidates here. We saw them tonight. We talked about them on post-game, so go check that out. More segments from the road trip coming in Philadelphia as the Celtics move on to there. I'm sure the regulars will play again, but they got a rest night tonight, and we got a good look at the second unit. And the guys trying out for this team. For Josue, Pavon, Byman, this has been the Garden Report here at MSG. We'll be back here in a few weeks for opening night, so it's coming quick, and the Celtics are going to have to make some decisions before long on the back end of this roster and who stays and who goes. Let us know what you think below, and we'll talk to you again here soon.
With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Too busy this fall to cook? Want to make sure you're eating well? With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to crushing your goals. Looking for calorie-conscious options during the busy season? Try the delicious dietitian-approved Calorie Smart meals with around less than 550 calories per serving. This September, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Head to factormeals.com/newsfeed50 and use code newsfeed50 to get 50% off. That's code newsfeed50 at factormeals.com/newsfeed50 to get 50% off.